Welcome to Fatezi Rift, the only place where we embrace suffering in League of Legends instead of running from it. Today, we're diving into the top 10 hardest mid-lane champion, aka the champions that will make you question every life decision you've ever made. You want to flex your mechanics? You want to prove you have the biggest brain in the lobby? Well, be careful what you wish for, because these champs don't just require skill, they demand your sanity. So grab your energy drinks, mentally prepare for some 0 out of 10 power spikes, and let's get into the list. 10th place, Twisted Fate. Do you like gambling? Great, because a Twisted Fate isn't just playing with the enemy. He's playing with your sanity. Every time you press W, it's a reaction test. Pick the wrong card, and you might as well start walking towards the enemy fountain. Gold card? Stun. Red card? AoE. Blue card? Mana refill. But if you misclick, prepare for post-game chat flames. His ultimate can make you the map control god or just a free ward that teleports into 5 enemies. Macro is more important than mechanics here, but if you don't watch your mana, you'll soon be a homeless mage poking towers with auto attacks. 9th place, Katarina. It's champion for players whose reaction speed rivals that of a bullet train. You need to jump between daggers so fast that one misstep will get you instantly deleted. Oh, I didn't see the CC. Yeah, well now you're watching the gray screen. Her entire existence is a gamble. Either you execute the sickest montage-worthy teamfight, or you blink and die mid-E. And let's be real, 80% of Katarina players throw themselves into the enemy team like an Olympic diver, hoping their passive will somehow do all the work. Spoiler, it won't. If you can't calculate resets mid-fight, you'll be the reason for your team's emotional breakdown. 8th place, Akali. Akali is the definition of a hit or miss champion. If you miss well, get ready for the enemy team to spam easy in all chat. Her W, Twilight Shroud, is basically an anxiety room. You hide in there, praying the enemy doesn't have a pink ward or a champion with true vision. And if they do, good luck explaining to your team why your 0 out of 6 Akali is still building mage eyes. Arizel, her E and R require pixel-perfect accuracy, but if you land them, oh, buddy, you are about to ruin someone's day. Akali mains live for that dopamine rush when they perfectly execute a full combo and vanish into the night. Everyone else? They're probably reporting you post-game. 7th place, LeBlanc. LeBlanc isn't just a champion. She's a personality test. If you enjoy mentally breaking your opponents and gaslighting them into thinking you still have a W reset when you don't, congratulations. You're a LeBlanc main now. Her entire kit is designed around making the enemy rage quit. But here's the downside. If you mess up even once, if you press R at the wrong time, if you miscalculate your W escape, you're about as useful as a cannon minion. Playing LeBlanc is an endless dance of skill, mind games, and watching your teammates flame you for not doing damage, when in reality, you're just waiting for the perfect moment to delete their ADC. 6th place, Victor. Victor players are a rare breed. You either have a god-tier control mage who lands every laser like a robot, or someone who completely whiffs their E and spends the game drawing lines on the ground. There is no in-between. His early game is suffering. You need farm, upgrades, and time. Lots of time. If you die early, just Alt-Tab and watch Netflix because you are not coming back. But if you survive the laning phase, oh boy, you're about to become a one-man army, melting entire teams with perfectly placed gravity fields and lasers. 5th place, Zoe. Zoe is what happens when you give a hyperactive child a nuclear missile launcher. Her Q is ridiculous if you know how to calculate angles, but if you don't, you're just decorating Summoner's Rift with pretty sparkles. Her W lets her pick up random summoner spells, which means you'll either pull off a 5-flash escape or accidentally ignite a minion. And let's not even talk about her E. If you miss, you're just another squishy mage with a questionable fashion sense. If you land it though, the enemy is in for a bad time. Zoe is a high-risk, high-reward champion, but let's be real. Half of her mains just want to hear the funny voice lines. 4th place, Yasuo? Ah yes, Yasuo, the 1v9 dream. Or the 0 out of 10 nightmare. There is no in-between. Every Yasuo main thinks they're the protagonist, but in reality, 80% of them are side characters in their own tragedy. Your entire existence relies on landing Qs, dashing perfectly, and not inting. Miss one ability, dead. Miss position, dead. Try to 1v5 because you think you're faker? Super dead. Wind Wall can either be the most broken ability in the game or completely useless, depending on whether you actually react in time or just stand there like a deer in headlights. 3rd place, Syndra. Syndra is for players who want to feel powerful but also suffer. Controlling her spheres is an art. If you scatter them randomly, you're just a glorified minion. Miss your stun? You're basically playing a much worse version of Orianna. But when you get it right, oh, nothing feels better than slamming an enemy with a fully stacked R and watching them disappear like they never existed. She demands patience, precision, and a high tolerance for pain. 2nd place, Azir. Azir requires the patience of a saint and the mechanics of a god. Controlling his soldiers is harder than micromanaging StarCraft units, and if you misplace them, you might as well be playing a worse version of Vel'Koz. His Shurima Shuffle is either a game-winning play or the biggest int since someone locked in Yuumi jungle. His late-game potential is insane, but the road to get there is filled with pain, suffering, and probably a few broken keyboards. The difference between a good Azir and a bad Azir is the difference between Faker and your silver-ranked cousin. 1st place, Ryze. Ryze is the final boss of difficult mid-laners. His combos require the reaction time of a supercomputer. His mana management is unforgiving, and his ultimate is either a genius macro play or a griefing simulator. If you mess up early, you are never coming back. His wave clear is insane, but it's only useful if you don't accidentally run out of mana at the worst possible time. But if you master him, you are playing League on a whole different level. Ryze isn't just a champion. He's a lifestyle choice, and only the most dedicated players can make him work. And there you have it, 10 mid-lane champions designed to test your patience, your mechanics, and probably your keyboard's durability. If you main one of these, congratulations. You've officially chosen the hard mode of League. If not, well, at least now you know who to report when your mid laner goes 0 for 7. Which champion do you think deserves the #1 spot? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Or else you might just wake up to find your next ranked game filled with auto-filled Yasuos. This has been Fatezi Rift. Thanks for watching. And may your LP stay intact.